So good morning to you. Monday morning, how are you? I am cold, but I'm sure it will soon warm up in here. Lots to do today, but I'm out all day. I'm looking forward to it. How was your weekend? Mine was good. It was busy. We had Dowson Conference on Saturday, which was really encouraging and energising, and came away with my head sort of full of bigger stuff, and that's really good for me. What I do on a day-to-day basis is so important, and I never begrudge a moment of anything that I have to do unless it's too much admin, I suppose. But just now and again we have to spend some time thinking about a bigger picture rather than what's on the calendar for the day, and that's what we did on Saturday. So that was good. I'm wittering, aren't I? What am I here to say to you today? Well, it was a big weekend in other ways too, wasn't it? If you're a sports fan and you're Welsh, then the rugby will have pleased you. If you're a football fan, then you might have struggled to get any coverage. And I was reminded of a piece in one of the Gospels about the importance of standing up for what is right and for being public in our opinions. It's quite specifically about our faith. I'll read it to you in a moment. But it was also in the context of lots of other things that I believe and lots of bits and bobs that I think are unjust in this world. And somebody once said to me that if you are an ally for something, that is, you're on its side, but you are silent or quiet in your allyship, then you're no good at all. A silent ally is no ally. And I thought, gosh, that's quite a challenge, isn't it? And so that got me then thinking about, well, what have I done and how have I approached things that have happened recently in politics, in local decision making, in our churches, in my family? How much have I actually stood up for what I believe is right, or just stayed quietly thinking, oh, they're getting that wrong, or oh, I'm really pleased they've done that? We need to be visible in our beliefs if we want them to be effective and if we want them to have any impact on life. So let me read this little bit in Matthew's Gospel, and I'll say a little bit more. I'm going to read it to you from the Message again because it just makes it so simple and so obvious, and we don't have to get caught up in the words. That's Matthew's Gospel, chapter 5, verses 14 to 16, and Jesus says this. Here's another way to put it. You're here to be light, bringing out the God colours in the world. God is not a secret to be kept. We're going public with this, as public as a city on a hill. If I make you light bearers, you don't think I'm going to hide you under a bucket, do you? I'm putting you on a light stand. Now that I've put you there on a hilltop, on a light stand, shine. Keep open house, be generous with your lives. By opening up to others, you'll prompt people to open up with God, this generous Father in heaven. So it's in old language, it's that the little message about don't hide your light under a bushel. Basically, it's just saying, if you've got something and it's good, shine that light. And he's talking specifically about faith and about being brave enough to talk about our faith. And actually, I think that's quite a tough challenge. I'm not very good at the words sometimes. I might be good in action or in the way that I love people, but to actually talk it sometimes with some people is difficult, particularly if they're on the edge. If you're on the edge, maybe you want me to talk more about it. I don't know. Tell me. I'll do what works for people. But that idea that if we believe something and we trust in something and we're convinced by something, that we should be confident to speak about it. And I think we need a little bit more of that in our local contexts, in our politics, in our church life. And I suppose I'm setting myself the challenge, aren't I, that if I'm going to be an ally to something, then I need to be a visible, vocal, heard ally, not a silent one. There we are. What a great start to Monday. I don't know what that means to any of you. What do you think you need to be shouting a little bit more loudly about? What would you like more confidence to be willing to speak about and to share. And if any of it chimes, you know what the drill is. Let me know. I'd be really interested, and maybe I'm not on my own in wishing I had the time, the space and the confidence to be just a little bit more vocal. Some of you might be thinking, whoa, she's already a bit feisty. Rein her in. Have a lovely Monday, won't you? I've witted far too much. I hope your day goes well, and I shall see some of you this week. There's lots of out and about happening Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Monday actually, but Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday are kind of full out and about. I'm looking forward to seeing you. Have a good one. Lots of love and God bless. Bye bye.